Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. This is game two of a four-game series between the Brooklyn Dodgers and the Milwaukee Braves in the pre-1961 Bats League. And let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Brooklyn Dodgers. Leading off, playing right field will be Zach Wheat. Batting second, playing second is Jackie Robinson. Batting third, playing center field, Duke Snyder. Batting fourth, playing first base, Gil Hodges. Batting fifth, playing left field is Babe Herman. Batting sixth, doing the catching, Roy Campanella. Batting seventh and playing third base, Joe Strite. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, Pee Wee Reese. Batting ninth on the mound for the Dodgers is Burley Grimes. Now let's take a look at the hometown Milwaukee Braves. And we got leading off playing center field is Hugh Duffy. Batting second, playing second, Bill Sweeney. Batting third, playing right field is Hank Aaron. Batting fourth and playing third base is Eddie Matthews. Batting fifth and playing first base, Fred Tenney. Batting sixth and playing left field is Tommy Holmes. Batting seventh and playing shortstop is Dave Bancroft. Batting eighth and doing the catching is Del Crotto. And on the mound, it is Pray for Rain and SAIN. We got Johnny SAIN on the mound. So let's go down here to Milwaukee. Get this game started, folks. And Zach Wheat will get this game started for the Dodgers, batting .444. No homers and no RBIs, going up against Johnny SAIN. It's his first appearance of the season. And this is Johnny's 1948 season. He pitched in 42 games, started 39, was 24 and 15 with one save with a 2.60 ERA. And here's the pitch to Zach Wheat. And that's going to be a base on balls. Not what you want to see here in Milwaukee. So Wheat gets aboard here with a walk. And that'll bring up Jackie Robinson. And Robinson is batting a .133. He's got a homer and 2 RBIs. He's down at first, and that's going to be squared up by Robinson. And SAIN's in trouble here. And that's going to be a 2 against a 17. That's going to be a triple into right field. And that's going to score 1. The Dodgers take a 1-0 lead and a runner down at third and still nobody out. That'll bring up the Duke. Duke Snyder's up, batting .133, 1 homer and 4 RBIs. The infield back, looking for an out here. And against a 15, that is going to be a single in the left field. Well, sorry, single in the right field. As Duke turns on this one. Will score a run, and it is quickly 2-0 Dodgers, and still nobody out. Gil Hodges at the plate now, and SAIN struggling here in the first. Gil Hodges batting .333 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. SAIN struggling big time. And that's going to be a 18 and an 8. That'll be the first out of this ball game. That'll be hit back to the mound. And on a 31, that'll be fielding column 1. They'll get the runner out at second. That'll be 1 down here. And up to the plate now steps Herman with Hodges down at first and 1 out. And Herman is batting .231, no homers and 1 RBI. And he squares this one up, folks. That's all the Dodgers have been doing is squaring these balls up. And that is going to be a triple into right field. So that's a second triple of the inning, folks. And that makes it 3-0. That will face the Braves to bring the infield in here. It's 3-0. Herman down at third for Roy Campanella batting 154. Here's the pitch to Roy. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going, folks. And Johnny SAIN has just given up a 2-run homer, and it's 5-0. Crowd here before they can even get to their seats, looking at a 5-run deficit. Joe Stripes up. He's batting 067. Here's the pitch to him. They go out and talk to SAIN, and that's going to be a rare play. 61 on a 39. And that is going to be hit down the short. Reroll some dice here. And a 21. That'll be filling column 1. That's a nice play down there by Bancroft. He fires over to first for out number 2. And I'll bring up Pee Wee Reese now. And Reese is batting. He's 0 for 11. And you can see on this chart here, the Dodgers are 2-2. They've scored 14 runs, had 4 homers, no stolen bases, had 1 caught stealing. Milwaukee is 3-1, 24 runs scored, 8 homers, no stolen bases, and no one's been caught. And that's going to be a base on balls. And you walk a guy that hasn't gotten a base hit this year. This is not the type of game you want. And here comes the 9th batter to the plate. And this is Burley Grimes, 1920 season. And Burley in 1920 hit 306. So you got to be careful with him. No homers and 16 RBIs. And that's going to be hit down to, that's going to be a hit by pitch. And the Dodgers are fuming, folks. He just hit Grimes. And this will be the 10th man to come to the plate. First, as Johnny SAIN's praying for rain now. And Wheat walked and came around to score to get this game started. And that'll be a fly ball out to Aaron. That'll end the inning. But the Dodgers score 5. We go to the bottom of the first. It's 5. Dodgers 5. Braves coming up when they need to scratch some runs across here quickly. Get back in this game. They'll be facing Burley Grimes. And Duffy's batting 267 on the season with no homers and 2 RBIs. Like I say, this is Grimes' 1920 season. He pitched in 40 games, 2 saves. Can the Braves scratch some runs here against him? Get back in this, and Duffy squares this one up. This looks like it's going to be a slugfest, folks. Duffy delivers with, Duffy aboard here with a triple. In the left, so you got a runner down at third. Now Bill Sweeney up. Sweeney drive him in here and get the Braves on the board. And Bill's batting 278. He's got a homer and 2 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And that'll get the runner in. Sorry about that. Don't know what happened there. That was a ground ball down the second, and that'll score the run. And it makes it 5-1 Dodgers. Now Hank Aaron up with nobody on. See if Hank can get something going again. Hank is batting .375, 2 homers and 7 RBIs. And that ball is blasted. That ball is going to be hit into right field. No, in the left field. And against a 20. That'll be a double in the left field. And Aaron's down at second now with 1 out. Like I say, this looks like it's going to be a wild and crazy game. Sit back, folks, and buckle up, because now you got Eddie Matthews up batting .400, 2 homers and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. So that gets Matthews down at first for Fred Tenney. See if Fred can deliver here. 1 out, runner on second is Aaron. Down at first is Matthews. Braves trailing by 4. Fred's batting .250 on the year, no homers and 1 RBI. And that ball is squared up. Fred drives this one, folks. This is a slugfest game. 2 against an 18. And that's going to be a triple. Man, we've had all kinds of triples today, folks. That's a triple in the right field. That'll score 2 and have the run down at third. So now it is 5-3. We got a runner down at third and 1 out. And Tommy Holmes steps up to the plate. Dodgers will play back with a 2-run lead, but the Braves are right back in this game. Tommy's batting .333, no homers and 2 RBI. And he smashes this one, folks. Jeez, you Pete's, this is wild. This is anybody can get a hit. You get a hit. I get a hit. Everybody gets a hit. And that's going to be a double in right field. That'll score Fred. And just like that, it's a 1-run game. And a tying run down at second. And Dave Bancroft's up now with 1 out. The Braves unbelievably got right back in this game, folks. Bancroft's batting .231, no homers and 1 RBI. And Dave's going to get against 17. That's going to be a single in the right field. And Tommy's going to stop at third. So we got first and third now with 1 out. And Dale Crottle is up. Can Dave get a hit here? Dale get a hit here. He's batting .167, no homers and no RBIs. First and third, 1 out for him. And that'll be against a 19-9. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And a 15, that'll be fielding column 1. A 49. And now with 2 outs, I think they're going to send Holmes in. You got the pitcher due up. So a 49 minus 28 plus the 6, 27. So a 53 or lower. Tommy will score on the fly ball. And he does. So that drives in the tying run, folks. A sacrifice fly by Dale. And this game's tied up at 5 apiece. Guess we put the wrong command in there. Let's try this again. Fly ball out the right. Runner on third's going to score. And here comes the 9th batter to come to the plate for the Braves. And it's Johnny SAIN. And who would have thought at the top of this inning that Johnny would be coming up to the plate with this game scored? This is SAIN's first plate appearance of the year. This is his 1948 season. He batted .217, no homers, and 16 RBIs. Here's the pitch to SAIN. And that's going to be a 20. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center. Duke makes a nice catch to end this inning. Braves score 5, tie this game up. We go to the top of the second. It's 5-5. We got Robinson, Snyder, and Gil Hodges due up here against SAIN. Can he settle down now that he's got a tie ball game? And Jackie tripled and came around the score and had an RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Duffy. And that'll be out number 1. As you can see, the upcoming schedule for the Braves, they got 2 more games against the Dodgers, a double hitter, and then they go and take on the Cubbies for 2 games at home, and then they go on the road to, stay home and take on the Reds. Here's Duke. He singled and had an RBI his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Fred. He'll take it himself for out number 2. And that brings up Gil Hodges. And can Johnny get a 1-2-3 inning after that rough first? And Gil was one of the few Dodgers not to get a hit. He's 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice and did come around to score, though. And that's going to be a 18. That is going to be a nice play by Johnny SAIN. He grabs that one, fires over the Fred, and the Dodgers go down in order. What a difference an inning makes. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still tied up at 5 apiece. The top of the order due up again here for the Braves as 9 men made it to the plate in the first. Duffy tripled and came around the scores first time. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Hodges. He calls off Burley, and that'll be out number 1. Bill Sweeney up now. And Sweeney gets something going. Sweeney had an RBI ground ball his first time up. And that's going to be a 19. That's going to be a fly ball out to Zach Wheat. We're out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down. Looks like Burley settled down too. And the Hammer, he doubled his first time up and came around the score. And this one's high. How far is this one going to go, folks? That ball is back, and gone. Home run. Hank Aaron just broke this tie. It is 6-5 Milwaukee. We would have thought that after the first that the Braves going into the top of the third would be leading. Brings up Eddie Matthews. He walked his first time up. And that's going to be a 18. That's a fly ball in the center field. That'll end the inning. But Aaron Homer makes it 6-5. We go to the top of the fourth. Top of the third, rather. We're going to have Herman, Campanella, and Stripe. And Babe tripled and drove in a run and came in to score his first at bat. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. So Babe gets aboard here for the second time. The leadoff single brings up Campanella. And can they get Campy to ground into a double play here? Campy hit a 2-run homer his first time up. And that ball is high. That ball is far. And the Dodgers have just taken a 7-6 lead here. Campy's second homer of the game. Another 2-run shot. And there's still nobody out. Looks like the odd innings here ain't good for Johnny. And that steps up Joe Stripe. He grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to the left field. That'll be out number 1. That brings up Pee Wee Reese now. Pee Wee get aboard. He walked his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The first strikeout by SAIN. And that brings up Burley and Grimes. He got hit by a pitch his first time up. And that's going to be a base hit because we don't need no stinking DH. A 2-out base hit from Burley. Zach Wheat's up for the third time here. And he is 0 for 1, walked and flew out the right. And that's going to be another fly ball out the right field. Aaron's got that one. But the Dodgers score 2 on the 2-run homer by Campy and take a 7-6 lead. To the bottom of the third we go. We got Kenny, Holmes, and Bancroft due up here for the Braves. Fred tripled and drove into his first time up. Came around the score. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Center field. Snyder's got it. And that'll be 1 down. And Tommy Holmes steps up to the plate. Tommy doubled and drove in a run and came around to score his first time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Tommy turns on it, gets a hit. So with 1 out, Holmes is down at first for Dave Bancroft. And Dave drive him in here. Tommy's got not very good speed. He's slow of foot. Dave's 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. And all of a sudden now the Braves got the tying run down at second. Go ahead, run down at first. And Dale's up. And he had a sacrifice fly his first time up. Can he drive him in? Probably take a double to scoring. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll bring up Johnny SAIN. And the question is, do we let him bat here? He's given up 7 runs. And I think we got to take him out. And that'll be it for SAIN. It'll be a bullpen game now. See who's going to come off the bench here. And it's going to be the Rabbit. Powell's going to come off the bench. Try to tie this ball game up. SAIN only goes 3 innings, folks. And where's Ray at? Can Ray do something here with 2 outs? Runner down at second and Holmes. Bancroft down at first. Powell's 0 for 1 on the year. And he's going to be 0 for 2 as that's a fly ball out to center field. Snyder makes the catch. The Braves strand 2. We go to the top of the 4th. It's 7-6 Dodgers. See who's going to come out of the bullpen here. We got a righty and a lefty and a righty. And Big Ed, that looks like it's going to come out of the bullpen. Try to keep this a 1-run game. See when the last time Ed pitched. It was what? Be 2 days ago. How about McFadden? When did he last pitch? He pitched the same time. So it's either going to be McFadden or Ed. And so it's going to be Ed. We're going to go with our first choice here. Ed Brandt's going to come out here and pitch. We'll try to eat some innings up here. Or not. Let's see here. They're going to go with McFadden. They're going to go with the righty. I didn't pay no attention about Ed being a lefty. So they're going to, sorry about that, folks. They're going to go with the righty and Danny McFadden. So McFadden will come out of the bullpen here. The pitch, the top of the 4th. He's got Robinson, Snyder, and Hodges due up here. And Jackie's 1 for 2 with a triple and flew out to center. And that'll be a base on balls. Not what you want to see here from Danny. And this is Danny's second game. And he's pitched 2 innings, given up 4 runs, got an 18 ERA. And up steps Duke Snyder now. And Duke is 1 for 2. He singled and grounded out the first one and has an RBI. And against 14-8, that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Aaron makes a nice catch for out number 1. And Gil Hodges is up now. And Gil is 0 for 2. He's reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out to the mound. And not no more. He's not over. He squares this one up against Danny. Well, that ball was hit in the left field. Robinson will stop at second. Now we got first and second and 1 out for Babe Herman. The Braves get a double play and get out of this mess with nobody scoring. Babe's 2 for 2. He's tripled and singled. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. Bancroft makes the catch. We're out number 2. So it's up to Campy, and Campy's homered twice off of Johnny SAIN. He has two-run homers, 4 RBIs on the day. And they finally get him out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. 53 on a 9. And that's going to be fielding column 2. Safe on an error. Runners advance 1 base. So that's going to be an E6. Bases will be loaded. So Campy gets a board here. At least it ain't a home run. It brings up Joe Stripe now with the bases juiced. Nowhere to put him. And Stripe is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flew out. And that's going to be against a 16. That's going to be a single in the center field. That's going to score Hodges easy. Question is, will Campy, who doesn't run well, get down to third? So it's going to be a 2-run single. So that was out to center field. And a 31 or lower, they get Campy out at. They get 31 or lower, 61. And he's safe at third. We got first and third now, 2 outs. The Dodgers just extended this lead to 9-6. And that'll bring up Pee Wee Reese now with a runner down at third and Campy and Stripe at first. Pee Wee's 0 for 1. He has walked and struck out, hasn't put the ball in play yet. And still hasn't, because that's going to be a base on balls. That'll fill the bases up again. McFadden struggling here, folks. That'll bring up Burley Grimes with the bases juiced and 2 outs. Campy at third, Stripe at second, and Reese at first. Grimes at the plate, and Grimes is having a hell of a game. He's 1 for 2 at the plate anyway. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Danny strikes him out. The Dodgers leave the bases loaded, but score 2 more and make it a 3-run ball game. It's 9-6. We got the top of the order due up here for the Braves. Duffy, Sweeney, and Aaron. Can they scratch some more runs back here, folks? Here's the pitch to Duffy. He's 1 for 2. And that's going to be a base on balls. The Braves will take it. Duffy walks on down to first. Brings up Bill Sweeney now. Sweeney is 0 for 2 with a RBI. And that one's going to be against a 19. That is going to be a ground ball down the short. Nice play down there by Pee Wee. And they'll get the runner out at first, the batter out at first. Duffy will get in the scoring position here for Hank Aaron. Runner down at second and Aaron up to the plate. And with a 3-run lead, they'll pitch to Aaron. He's 2 for 2 though. He's got a double and a homer in this game. And a 40. Let's see here. A wild pitch. He's a 2. So let's see here. We're a pass ball. So I don't think it's going to be 2, 10, 13, 18, 19, 28, 32. And right there, that's fielding column 1. So a pass ball, runner to third by PB2 or 3, catcher only. And he's a 1, so we'll go to the rare play. A 40 with a runner down at second and a 61. 61 and a 40 will be a 5. And that's going to be out to center. Snyder's a damn good fielding. 32 and a 3 should be fielding column 1. And that'll be a fly out to center. And that's going to be a and Duffy's going to score on this. That's going to be a fly ball out to center. And Duffy gets in a rundown and ends up scoring, folks. So nice job by Duffy. He comes around the score, makes it 9-7. He didn't like that. So how are we going to do this? Try this one more time. So it was a rare play. Rare play with a runner on second. F runner scores. Let's see here. It was was a so it was a 5. So it was a 5. I'm reading the wrong. What the heck here? Sorry about this, folks. Want to make sure I got this right. So it's a fly ball, and he's going to hold it second. Okay, just a fly ball, and he holds it second. Do this again. Fly ball, and he holds it second. Sorry about that. So we got a runner down at second. And we got Eddie Matthews up. Matthews is 0 for 1. He's walked and flown out to center. Can he drive him in here, folks? And that ball is squared up. Eddie Matthews is going to at least get 1 run in. And that ball is hit out deep center field. Snyder misplays that one. And Matthews is rounding second, headed for third with a triple, folks. And that makes it 9-7. So the time run comes up to the plate, and Fred Tenney. And Tenney is 1 for 2. He has tripled and flew out to center. And that'll be a fly ball out to Zach Wheat. That'll end the inning. But the Braves score 1, make it 9-7. We go to the top of the 5th, and the top of the order due up here for the Dodgers. Wheat, Robinson, and Snyder. Zach is 0 for 2. He's walked and flew out to right his other 2 times up. And that's going to be a against 12. That's going to be a nice play down at third by Eddie Matthews. Just robbed Wheat of a base hit. He fires over to Fred for out number 1. Here comes Jackie up to the plate now. See what Jackie Robinson can do here. Give me 1 second here, guys. Sorry about that. Okay. Robinson is 1 for 2 with a walk and a triple and an RBI. He flew out to center his other time up. That'll be a fly ball out to right field. That'll be out number 2. And up to the plate now with 2 outs and nobody on is Duke Snyder. And Duke is 1 for 3 with an RBI, grounded out and flew out. And that'll be another fly ball. This one out to his counterpart Duffy in center. The Dodgers go down quietly. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We got Holmes, Bancroft, and Dale due up here. Tommy's 2 for 2 with a double and a single and an RBI. And that'll be a ground ball down the short Pee-wee over to Gill for out number 1. And now we got Bancroft up. Can Dave get a 1-out rally going here? And Dave's 1 for 1. He singled and walked. And that'll be a 17 and an 8. That'll be a fly ball in the left field. That'll be 2 down. And Dale steps up to the plate now. And Dale is 0 for 1. He's got a sacrifice fly and struck out. And that'll be a ground ball down to Jackie Robinson. That'll end the inning, and the Braves go down 1, 2, 3. To the top of the 6th we go. And we got Hodges, Herman, and Campanella due up here. Gill is 1 for 3. He's reached on a fielder's choice, grounded out and singled. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left. That'll be out number 1. Nice play by Tommy Holmes. Babe Herman up now, and as Ken Castro joins us. This has been a wild and crazy game, Ken. Dodgers scored 5 in the top of the 1st. The Braves come back tied up. Aaron hits a homer and gives the Braves a 6-5 lead. Roy Campanella hits his 2nd homer of the game and makes it 7-6. And then another 2-run homer by, can't remember who scored the other one. And then the Braves just got a run in the 4th to make it 9-7. And now we got Babe Herman up with 1 out, nobody on. He's 2 for 3 with a triple. Yeah, it's one of those slugfests, is right. Yep. Here's the pitch to Babe. And that's going to be a ground ball in front of home plate. And that's going to be bobbled. That's going to be an E2. Nothing's going right for the Braves here as Dale makes an error. So, you got Babe down at first. And like I say, Campy's hit 2 home runs already. 2 2-run shots. He is 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs. With Herman down at first. Can they get a ground ball double play? He reached on an error his last time up, so he's been on base all 3 times. Here's the pitch to Roy. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on him. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Does he take advantage of it? No, that's a lazy fly ball out the left. Holmes makes the catch for out number 2. And that brings up Joe Strite now. And Joe is 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. He singled, grounded out the short, and flew out the left. And that ball's going to be hit down the second. 44. Sweeney's not the greatest fielding second baseman in the world. And that'll be fielding column 2. Safe on an error. That'll be a 1-base error. Everybody moves up. So that's an E4. Straight down at first, Herman down at second. Now Pee Wee Reese. That's the third error of the game for the Braves. Second one here in this inning. And Pee Wee's 0 for 1. He's walked twice and struck out. Going to put the ball in play. And he most certainly does against a 15. And that's going to be a single in the center field. And that's going to score Herman easily. And that'll also get striped down the third easily. So that's an RBI single. And now we got runners at first and third and 2 outs. As McFadden gives up a run that the Braves can't afford. And that'll bring up Grimes. The question is, do we let him pitch bat here? And he's getting beaten around. What do they got? They're going to have McFadden due up and 2 righties. So they're going to take Grimes out of the game here. He goes 5 innings eligible for the win. See who's going to come out here and pitch hit against Danny. And I think old Dolph's going to come off the bench here. Pitch hit against Danny. Try to bust this game wide open. The Dodgers already lead by 3. And Dolph, first plate appearance of the year. This is his 1941 season. He batted .285 and 41, 34 homers, 120 RBIs. He's got Stripe down at third, Reese down at first. Here's the pitch to him. Grimes started for the Dodgers, and Johnny SAIN started for the Braves. They should have prayed for rain. And that's going to be jacked, folks. That ball is high. Let's see how far this ball is going to go. And against the righty, that's going to make him a 13. And that ball is hit in the center field. Duffy can't get to it. It goes over his head. And Dolph is off to the races, folks. He's rounding second, and I can't believe it. That might be the 4th triple of the game. We'll have to look it up. And I just bust this game open. It is now 12-7. The runner down at third. And they're going to let McFadden finish his inning. He's due up. They're trying to save the bullpen in a game like this. So we're back to Zach Wheat. Wheat's 0 for 3 with a walk. Flew out and grounded out. Flew out the right twice and grounded out the third. That'll be a ground ball down the short. That'll end the inning. Dodgers score 3 more, make it 12-7. See who's going to come out here and pitch for the Dodgers. You got a pitch hitter for McFadden. And then the righty's coming up. So Clem's probably going to come out of the bullpen here. See if Clem, how long it's been since he started, or pitched, I should say. Laban. And it's been a while, so Clem's going to come in here and pitch. And this will be Clem's first game of the year, folks. And this is his 1953 season. And in 53, he pitched in 37 games, started 7, had 7 saves with a 2.77 ERA. He'll be getting a pitch hitter here, and McFadden will be coming out. And let's see who's going to come off the bench here. And against the righty, it'll be Bill Burton's going to come off the bench, try to get something going here in the 6th. Be the last lefty the Braves have in the bench. And this is Burton's first appearance of the year. This is his 1960 card, or 50 card, sorry. 1950. Now I was right the first time, 1960. Got a 286 in 1960, 12 homers, 54 RBIs. Can Burton get something going here? And no, that's going to be a ground ball down the short. That'll be out number one. Pee Wee makes the play. Fires over the Hodges. And let's see who'll probably come out of the bullpen. And it's going to be Ed. Ed Brandt will come out of the bullpen. And we got Duffy up now. He's 1 for 2 with a triple and a walk. And here's the pitch to Duffy. And that'll be a ground ball down to second again. 2 ground balls, 2 outs. So it's up to Bill Sweeney to get something. Yeah, I like those new stats too instead of that stupid graphics. Exactly. You come up with some pretty decent information, don't it? Sweeney is 0 for 3. He's got an RBI though. So let's see if he can get something going with 2 out. Nope, that's a ground ball down to Reese, and that'll end the inning. Braves go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the 7th, and Braves trailing by 5. And like I say, out of the bullpen will come Ed. The lefty will come out. I believe this is Ed's second appearance of the year. Yep, he's pitched 2 scoreless innings. Well, not 2 scoreless innings. He's given up 1 unearned run on the year. He'll be facing Robinson, Snyder, and Gil Hodges. Here's the pitch to Jackie. And that'll be ground ball down the first. And Fred will take it himself for out number 1. Now comes the lefties due up here, Duke Snyder. And Duke is 1 for 4 with an RBI. He's grounded out and flew out twice. And that'll be a swing and a miss. So Ed strikes out Snyder. That'll bring up Gil Hodges now. And Hodges is 1 for 4. He's reached on a fielder's choice, grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be another ground ball down to Sweeney. And that'll be out number 3. The Dodgers go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the 7th inning stretch. We got Aaron, Matthews, and Tenney due up here. And Hank's having a good game, 2 for 3 with a double and a homer. Flew out the center his other time up. That'll be a ground ball down to Hodges, though. That'll be out number 1. And Eddie Matthews steps up to the plate, and Eddie's having a good game. Eddie's 1 for 2 with a walk and a triple and an RBI. He flew out the center that other time up. And that'll be against a righty, a 15. That'll be a fly ball out the right field. Zach Wheat makes the catch for out number 2. And that brings up Fred now. Can Fred get on base here with 2 outs and start getting some of these runs back? He's 1 for 3 with a 2 RBI triple. He's flew out the center and the right. And that'll be another fly ball to center, and that'll do it for the Braves. And we go to the top of the 8th. It's still 12-7 Dodgers. We got Herman, Campanella, and Stripe due up here. And the Babes 2 for 4 with a RBI triple. He's reached on an error and popped up the short. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Easy play for Sweeney. That'll be out number one. Here comes Campy. Campy with his 2 homers in this game, folks. And he's reached on an error and flew out the left. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Campy walks on down to first with 1 out. Joe Stripe is up now. Dodgers already with a 5-run lead, trying to add to it. Stripe is 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs on the game. And he squares this one up, folks. The Dodgers ain't done scoring yet, it looks like. And that ball is driven into right field. And I doubt if Campy's going to score on this. 42-11. No, he's going to stay down at third. So that'll be second and third. And 1 out. Of course, the Braves will have to bring the infield in. Brings up Pee Wee Reese now with 1 out. Runners at second and third. Reese is 1 for 2. He's walked twice, struck out, and had an RBI single his last time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. That's going to load the bases. And is that going to be it for Clem? I think it is. They're going to try to even add to this lead here, folks. Clem comes out of the game. And let's see who's going to come off the bench here. And Carl's going to come off the bench. Try to bust this game open. There's 1 out. Braves are going to play back for the double play. Ferreira comes off the bench. See what Carl can do. Bases juice, nowhere to put him. That's for sure. He is 0 for 3 in this season. Here's the pitch to Carl. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And I don't think they're going to run on Duffy here. Let's look. Duffy's a 2 on a 33. That should be fielding column number 2, I would think. Yep. So they might. 58. Ball was hit deeper than I thought. A 58. So that'll be a 30 for him to get down there. Wait a second. That ball was hit in the center field, right? No. Yeah, ball was hit in the center field. I looked at that wrong. It's only a 46. I said a 58, didn't I? Yeah. So we'll redo that. 46. Got to look at the right spot, huh? That's a 35 plus the 7. No, he'll stay put. That's only a 50-50 chance. I didn't think that made sense. So that's going to be a fly ball out to center. Roy's going to stay put there, folks. And that'll bring up Zach Wheat. And Zach Wheat deliver here with 2 outs and bases. Juice, nowhere to put him. Dodgers everywhere you look. Campanella, Stripe, and Reese. And Zach at the plate. Zach's 0 for 4 with a walk. And that's going to be a 12 and an 8. And that is going to be a base hit in the left field. That'll score 2 runs. And Pee Wee will stop at second. So a 2 RBI single by Zach Wheat gets him off the snide. And it is now 14-7. And we got first and third and still 2 outs. First and second and 2 outs, sorry. Jackie's up now. Jackie's 1 for 4. He tripled in this game. Holy moly's right. Yep, and that's going to do it, folks. That'll be a fly ball out the center. Duffy makes the catch, but not until 2 runs score. Let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here to do some mop-up work. And you got the lefties due up, so Johnny Padres is going to come out of the bullpen. got Holmes, then the switch hitter. Yeah, yeah, exactly. He did a great job, didn't he? Yeah, so Johnny Padres is going to come in here and try to finish his game out for the Dodgers. This is Johnny's first appearance of the season, and he is 1957. He pitched in 31 games, started at 27, was 12-9 with a 2.66 ERA and 3 saves. Yeah, it's terrible, ain't it, Ken? A B pitcher is is ridiculous. It is funny. I love this set. Yep. Yep. So are we going to pitch hit here for home since the lefty came in? Might as well. Let's get somebody some playing time. And Wally Burger is going to come out and pitch hit and stay in the game for Holmes. So Wally grabs a bat, get him some playing time with the lefty out there. And Wally is 0 for 2 on the year. See if he can get something going here for the Braves. And he'll take a walk down the first. So a leadoff walk for the Braves. Only down by 7. Just need a few base runners here in the 8th. And Bancroft is up. Can he keep this going here? And Dave is 1 for 2. He's walked and flew out the left. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Jackie. And a 33 on an 8. Should be fielding column 1, I would think. And it is. And they'll get the lead runner. And that'll be it. So Jackie fires down the second. And that'll be 1 out. Bancroft's up now. And Dale steps up to the plate. And the Dodgers looking to turn 2. Dale is 0 for 2. He's had a sacrifice fly, struck out and grounded out the second. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Can they turn 2 here, folks? And Padres with a 51 and a 2. I'd probably fielding column 2. And it is. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Dale out. So there's 2 down. And do we want to use anybody else out of the bullpen, or are we just going to let Ed hit? Ed's going to hit. They're not going to burn anybody else up. So this will be his first plate appearance in 1931. He batted .256. Not bad. We don't need no stinking DH. No homers and 8 RBIs. Runner down at first and 2 outs. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. How about that? And that ball is hit into right field. And on a 50, that should get him down to third easily. Because Zach doesn't have that great of an arm out there. Yep. He'll go down to third with no throw. So Ed drives one in the right field. Because we don't need no stinking DH. We got first and third now. The Braves trying to make a little bit of noise here in the 8th. Back to the top of the order we go, and Duffy. Duffy is 1 for 3 with that triple. Start this game off for the Braves. Can he deliver here? And he does, folks. All of a sudden, the Braves are showing some life. Johnny Padres can't get that all-important third out. That's going to be a double in the deep center field, and that'll score Ed from first. That's a 2-run double. And you got Duffy down at second. So with 2 outs, the Braves are making some noise here in the 8th and trying to make this game look a little respectable. It's 14-9. Sweeney's up. He's probably the only Brave without a hit. He is 0 for 4. And here's the pitch to Bill. And that'll end the inning as that's a fly ball out to Snyder. He takes a few steps to his right, makes the catch. The Braves score 2, making 14-9. We go to the 9th inning. We got Snyder, Hodges, and Herman due up here for the Dodgers. And Duke is 1 for 5. That's right. We need a new left fielder out there. And Wally will stay in the game and play left. So here's going to be Duke up. He's 1 for 5 with an RBI. Here's the pitch to Duke. And that's going to be a base on balls. So you got a runner down at first. Gil Hodges is up. And the Dodgers might not be done scoring. They might want to beat up on the Braves. And that'll bring up Hodges. He's, I think, 1 for 5. Yep. See what Gil can do here. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Aaron. He makes the catch for out number 1. Babe Herman's up now. Can the Braves turn 2 and get out of this inning? And Herman has 2 for 5. He's hit a triple. It's popped up and reached on an error. And that'll be another fly ball out to Aaron and another out. Now there's 2 down. And Campy's up. Can he get his 3rd homer of the game? That is the question, folks. Campy's already got 2 today with 4 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Roy. And no, that ball, it's going to be a 2-0 pitch to him, so he's not done yet. And he takes that 2-0 pitch, and he hits it. He doesn't hit it anywhere. And that's going to be a hit by batter. And the Dodgers come out of the dugout, folks. They are fucking bowling. Campy gets nailed right in the backside. And cooler heads prevail as they separate. Nobody gets ejected. But that, to me, was a purpose pitch there. That's for sure. So you got first and second now. Joe Stripes up. He's 2 for 5 with a double and 2 RBIs. And is he going to make them pay for this against a 16? That'll end this inning. That's a pop up down the short. That'll end the inning. The Dodgers strand too. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's 14-9 Dodgers. You got Aaron, Matthews, and Tenney due up here. And Hammer's 2 for 4 with a double and a home run. Can he get on base? Oh, exactly, Ken. Exactly. That's for sure. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Robinson. He's up with it. Fires over the first for out number 1. And up steps Eddie. And Eddie is 1 for 3. He walked and tripled in this game. And that's going to be a base hit. He squares it up. Eddie's not going down without a fight. And that ball is hit into the right field. That'll be a base hit for Matthews. So Eddie's down at first with 1 out. And that's going to be it for Fred. As Joe Adcock's going to grab a bat here against the lefty. See if Adcock can do something here. This is Johnny Padres game one way or the other, I'll tell you that. So Joe Adcock grabs a bat, runner down at first, and one out. And Joe is batting 300 on the year. He's got a homer and one RBI. And that's going to be against the lefty. That's going to make him a 1. That's going to be a base hit. Nice job in the left field. Matthews will stop at second. So Joe Adcock comes off the bench and gets a single here, folks. Nice piece of hitting by Joe. So now we got first and second and one out for Wally Burger. Burger, second appearance of the game after coming in the pitch hit for Holmes. And we got first and second. Matthews down at second. Adcock down at first. Wally walked his first time up. Can he get on base again here, folks? Nope. That's not what the Braves wanted to see. That's a tailor-made double play. That ball's hit down to Pee Wee, over to Jackie, over to Gill. 6-4-3 double play, and that puts the Braves out of the misery. As Aaron Reed joins us here. That's right. We don't need no stinking DH. Take a look at this box score, folks. If you're into pitching, don't look at this one. Pitching didn't exist in this game. It was all offense. The Dodgers 14 runs on 13 hits and no errors. The Braves 9 runs, 12 hits and 3 errors. Did everybody get a hit? Everybody got a hit for the Dodgers, including Burley Grimes. You had Joe Stripe went 2 for 6. Campy 2 for 4 with 2 homers. Herman 2 for 4. They were 7 for 12 with runners in scoring position. Like I say, Campy with 2 home runs, his first 2 homers of the year. They still left 11 men on base. Sweeney was the only, Sweeney and Dale didn't get a hit for the Braves. You had Duffy with 2 hits, Aaron with 2 hits, a double and a homer. Matthews was 2 for 4. And Tommy Holmes, who we pitched hit for, was 2 for 3. And the Braves were 5 for 12 with runners in scoring position. Like I say, Aaron with the homer. How many triples did we have? We had 1, 2, 3 for the Braves. 3. We had 6 triples in this game, folks. Remember, we had 4 triples in the first inning. And the Braves left 6 men on base. Grimes picks up the win. Goes 5 innings. I'm sorry, I have to laugh. 8 hits, 7 runs, walked 3, struck out 1, and gave up the homer. And Clem comes in and pitches 2 innings, keeps them shut down. Johnny Padres comes in, pitches 2 innings, gets up 4 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, and struck out 1. Johnny SAIN. It was pray for rain today. It wasn't SAIN, Spawn and SAIN and pray for rain. It was just pray for rain. Johnny 0-1, 3 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 2 homers. And McFadden comes in and throws some gas on the fire, but they was all unearned runs for him. 3 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, none of them earned. Walked 2, struck out 1. And Bryant comes in, 3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, walked 3, struck out 1. As the crowd goes home, very disappointed. Let's take a look here at the standings. Ain't a lot to look at, but I like looking at them. So the Dodgers and the Braves are both now 3-2. They are tied for first with the New York Giants. And like I say, Frisco Thomas still with a 625 average. Hank Aaron and Wally Post now tied with 3 homers. Hank with 8 RBIs. And of course, the ERA 0 for the leaders, and everybody's tied with 1. And Don's got 2 saves. I think Aaron's right now leading Eddie Matthews in the MVP voting. And Vance, Dazzy Vance has got the Cy Young leading the National League. I want to thank Aaron Reed and Ken Castro for joining us tonight. And that's all here. Go get a snack, get something to eat. Oh, I know. It's awesome, ain't it, Ken? Wait until I get into like May and June. That'll be awesome. Alrighty, folks. Well, you all have a great evening and you take care until next time.